So now let's talk about the shot list. And so the shot list comes up by default when you start Filmatick. You can open and close it just by either clicking on the shot list, which is way down here. It's in that second quadrant, but it's way down here on the bottom. So you can just click on that to turn it on and off. You can also maximize it by clicking on that button and then bring it back to where it was. So this will not minimize it, but it'll put it back in its pocket. And then you can basically hide it by clicking on that as well. You can also, it's Alt-6. We'll do the same thing. We'll turn it on and off. The thing about this shot list is that this is where it houses all of your scenes. And so kind of how it's set up is you can see where it says what page your scene's on. It numbers, so Filmatick will automatically number it, and then it'll use whatever the scene title is here, and it'll tell you how long it is as well in eighths. And so like this first one's 2 pages. And so this one is almost 2 pages. It's 1 7/8 long. The other thing is that it'll tell you what set that you're working on it. If you do not have a set in it yet, and if you click on one of your scenes, it'll say, let's create a set. You don't have to, you can exit out of that. Because what's also nice is that just by clicking on one of these scenes, it's a scene navigator. And so what I can do is if I click on this, it'll go to not only that part in the script, the interior basement, but also by using scene markers, it'll go into the part in the timeline. And so like, for instance, I have the first one that I'm working on. I've already finished this first scene. And so you can see all my shots that are here. And if I click on the second one, it goes right to my second scene. So now I can just start dragging through there and see exactly what I've done in that scene. If I click on this little arrow here, this is going to show what all the shots that are in here. And so I've created all of my shots. If I click on that, you can see all of my shots here in my script view. I've created all of my shots here. Check out the how to create a shot video so that way you can see what happens when you first create it, because I can change any of this. If I wanted to type something here, just gobbledygook, I can do that. Or if I want to put any notes. And so this is nice that it kind of describes the shot here, and then any notes that you want through here. You know, so like on this first shot, I just wanted to tilt down from the sky. So I just got a slight tilt down like that. And then I can say tilt down from the sky, and then I have a little note. Really what's happening is that the character runs through. So like if I play it, you can see that here, and then all of a sudden the character runs through. You know, so it's nice also because if I want to put this on a stabilizer or do a handheld or a boom or anything like that, I can put my notes in here really easy, and that way it's helpful for my crew. And so I can go through every single shot like that. If I want to open up this shot, I simply double click on it, and now it opens up the shot. It opens up the dope sheet for that shot, opens up the 3D, and you can see the camera view here. It's small just because I have all this stuff now. See, when I open it now, it helps a little bit. Let's open up my shot list again. There's a couple of other things that we can do in each scene. And so if I right click on that, I can open the set. I can remove the set if I don't like it before I really start working on it. I can open my scene blocking, or I can open all shots. You know, so that's a nice thing that you can do, that if you want to work on something and say, oh, really, I need to work on my scene blocking, you know, you can do that as well. The final thing is here is when we're going to export, you can export the scene list, which will just export just these scenes. And so basically this entire form it'll export. Or if you want to export a shot list, you can do it for every single scene or just one scene at a time, and that'll export this entire thing exactly like this as a CSV. And so you can bring it into what other software that you need or make any changes to that. And that's the shot list.